Welcome back to mi cocina, my kitchen. Today I'm making a delicious recipe. It's called chicken cacciatore. I'm going to prepare it with over spaghetti and it is delicious. I hope you guys like it. Chicken cacciatore, a simple recipe to make at home. It's an Italian dish. We are gonna use white and dark meat with skinless. This recipe could be a little bit rustic. Some people leave it with the bone on it. You could do the full breast of chicken. We're gonna season with black pepper, and also we're gonna do a little bit of salt. We are gonna turn the chicken to the other side to be sure that we also season both sides, and we do the same thing. Pepper a little bit, put a lot, so whatever you like. A little bit of salt, and I think I put a little bit more pepper on it. We have all-purpose flour here on the side. Let me move it to the other side so you guys could get a better picture of this. Just dip the chicken into the flour, and the flour is giving us, protecting the chicken from to burn, because we're gonna saute this chicken, also to keep the chicken moist. If you notice, I cut the breast of chicken in pieces to make it a little bit more on the small and not as rustic as if you would have done the whole breast of chicken. Also, I remove the skin. So now we're gonna do the sauce. We need 1 onion, a big one, cut it on little squares. They don't have to be too small. It's a real simple sauce to make. Just do the onions like little pieces like this. And then we're also gonna use a red pepper. You could also use green, but I find that the red pepper is a little bit more sweet, so I like to do the red one. But honestly, I've seen it with all different colors of pepper, so whatever you have at home. Now, you don't mind the little seeds. It's fine. We're gonna go ahead and cut in little pieces as well. And here we go. We're also gonna go ahead and do the mushrooms. The mushrooms give it a real good touch to the sauce. Little slices, and we're almost done. We're gonna go ahead and get the pot. We're gonna do it in a medium heat. We're gonna pour some olive oil. Again, you could do a little bit more of olive oil. I just like to keep the recipe light to keep the calories down, but the flavors are amazing. You don't need too much oil to enjoy this dish. Now we're gonna wait until the saute the chicken, and be sure that it gets brown on one side before you turn it around. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. That only takes a few minutes, because we're not trying to hold the meat at the cooker all the way. We just need to get a little bit of the brown color on the chicken. Now I'm putting a little bit more olive oil because it's a little bit dry, so I'd rather put a little bit than having to have too much of it. So this is good. As you can see, now they're a little bit brown, and that's giving us a good color. You could do even darker than this, but to me this is fine. Now we're gonna remove it. We're gonna put it on the side so we could start making our sauce. And with the same pot that you're doing the chicken, that's the pot you're gonna use to do the sauce. So I just put a little bit more olive oil because this is all flavor. We want to get all these flavors together. We add the onions. The onions, we need it to be a little bit more translucent, maybe a minute or two once it's a little bit clear. And then let's stir this around the pot and try to remove a little bit of the, let's put salt on it, and a little bit of ground pepper also. And then let's try to stir up and remove a little bit of the sticky part of the chicken that was left out in the pot. Okay, so yeah, getting all those flavors nice out of the pot. Now we're gonna add the bell peppers. Bell peppers again. We continue and give a little bit of more seasoning. I just like to add a little bit of seasoning here and there. I'm not putting too much. It's not gonna, just be sure every ingredient gets a little bit of the salt, but if you want to pour the whole amount of salt, which usually for the whole dish I'm gonna use a little full teaspoon of salt I will use for this recipe. Now I'm gonna put the garlic. I like to do the garlic after, not before I do the onions, because when you do garlic, you have to be careful that the garlic doesn't burn. You don't want to get that bitter flavor, and this way you're safe to add a little bit of the vegetables before you put the garlic. And now I'm gonna do this pepper flakes a little bit. That gives a little bit of the spicy little touch, as much as you want. And now the mushrooms. Okay, we're gonna add the white wine. We wanna make sure that the sauce is nice and juicy, so the white wine gives us, that little bit of juice. Also, we're gonna add chicken stock. I like to use fat-free chicken stock. Okay, I just put a little more salt. And then another item that I like is dry oregano. Oh my goodness, it's so good. It gives you that lemony flavor. Nice rustic flavor. Okay, now we're gonna use the capers. The capers, they're nice and salty, so help us also with the salt and the sauce. About 1 teaspoon of capers. And also, so we could give it a nice red color, we're gonna use tomato paste. Tomato paste will do the trick. There you go. Be sure you get everything out. About 1 full spoon of tomato paste. Now you're gonna see the difference on the sauce. Now we get a real nice color the way we want it. And then now we're gonna do also canned tomatoes. I like to use canned tomatoes because they're more juicy if I would have done regular tomatoes. You could buy the full tomatoes and smash them with a fork, or the diced tomatoes like this. These ones are good because they have a combination of basil and oregano. I love it. And there we go. Now really nice and red. See, we're gonna boil this, take it to a boil, and we're gonna be so ready to do the basil, because the basil, tomato with basil, what a great Italian flavor. Love it. I don't have too much, I just have a little bit, but you could do basil as much as you want. So, okay, I just have a few leaves in my garden too that I was able to pick out of. But I usually like to do a little bit more than this. And also when I serve it, I like to have some fresh ones on top of the dish. Okay, now let's taste the sauce. Okay, we mix a little bit of salt. The toro, like I said, toro salt, we're gonna use like a high teaspoon of salt for the whole sauce. But then I just put the rest that I needed to add to it. And then I'm gonna mix and I'm gonna taste it one more time, just to be sure that it's perfect the way I like it. There we go, yep, I love it. Okay, now we are ready to add the chicken and continue taking this to a boil to be sure our chicken gets cooked well deep in the sauce, and then we get all those flavors together. Okay, you guys, I think if you guys try it at home, you're gonna like it. It's simple and it's delicious. Yes, I'm very happy to have this for dinner tonight. Now on this pot, I've been boiling some water. Now my water is ready because I'm gonna combine this chicken cacciatore with the spaghetti. You could serve it with rice. You can serve it with you can serve it with anything you like. But I like to do with pasta. I'm doing spaghetti. Any type of noodle will do. Just put some salt and olive oil into the water to be sure my spaghetti doesn't get stick to each other. And this is the kind I like to use. I buy it on Sprouts. It's a nice thick spaghetti. I love it. I like it. I don't like enjoy it. It's too thin for me. I don't like regular spaghetti. This is way thicker, but you could also use like linguine. Linguine will be great too. I'm using about 3/4 of this bag because I'm cooking for about 4 or 5 people, and this will be enough for me. That's why my pot is small. I don't have to boil the whole bag of the spaghetti together. And there we go. The spaghetti is gonna cook for me for about 8 minutes. And I'm gonna slide it while it's dry into the water so it doesn't get stick with each other, and because it starts getting moist and it starts sliding down pretty easy. And like I said, 8 minutes to 10 will be enough. I like to cook it I don't like the pasta to be too soft. A little bit more like dante. I think that's the term the Italians use. I'm not sure, but I like it a little kind of not too soft. Yep, here we go. It's perfect. I love it. Now I'm just gonna try the spaghetti. Ready to pour it into my sauce. I'm gonna remove the chicken. The chicken is perfect cooked. Oh, it feels nice and soft and moist. Oh, delicious, and it smells amazing. And like I said, it's a nice healthy sauce. You know, it doesn't have that much oil. It's just a little bit, tiny bit. And look, everything is vegetables. It's actually really healthy. I think your kids will love it, and you will love to feed in your kids this type of meals. And now I'm gonna add the spaghetti. The spaghetti, we want to boil the spaghetti into the sauce to be sure the spaghetti gets all those great flavors. Let's mix it all together and look at how good, how wonderful. It smells so amazing and it looks so beautiful. I love this sauce. I love this spaghetti. Now I'm gonna pour it down on my little tray, and yeah, that's it. Look at all those great chunks of vegetables. I love it. Now I'm gonna add the chicken. I'm gonna do the layer of chicken on top, so when I present it to the table, it'll be like, oh, super delicious. And I'm also gonna take a picture for my Instagram. Oh, look at those juices. I love it. Okay, you guys, here you have it. We have our chicken cacciatore. I hope you guys try it. I'm sure you guys will love it. Thank you for watching.